Well, hello everybody and welcome back to the channel. So let's get into the next bit. So, as you know, I broadcasted and everybody knows about this disgraceful corrosive liquid attack, alkaline it was, not acid, that was done by our 3 times failed asylum seeker sex offender. It's now the 4th of February. The video I'm going to play you is on the 2nd of February. And as of yet, as of the date that I'm recording this, they've still not found him. And they're asking for assistance. So I'm going to play you the video of the Commander John Saville begging, basically, for people to do their job for them. So let's just have a sit down and a bit of a listen.
Thanks. I'm Commander John Saville. So, good afternoon. Good afternoon. I'm here to give you an update in relation to our progress following the horrific...
Just out of curiosity, why did he feel the need to take his hat off? Just a quick one. In any case, we'll carry on.
incident in Clapham on Wednesday evening. First of all, an update on how our victims are. The mother remains very poorly in hospital and she's sedated at the moment. We expect that those injuries will be life-changing. Thankfully, we've had a...
So, if she's still sedated, they are severe burns, no doubt. And I think even though, you know, with what's going on attached to this case, we have to remember that these victims are here and they are going to be scarred for the rest of their lives, not just physically, but mentally. And that's important to remember. Always remember that. There are victims to this.
An update from the hospital that the 2 young children that were with her, their injuries aren't as serious as first thought, and they are not likely to be life-changing.
Well, at least that's some good news out of this, that the 2 children appear to be superficial injuries, and they're going to be much better physically. Mentally, on the other hand, of course, is a different kettle of fish.
They remain with Mum in the care of the NHS, and we of course wish them the very best recovery that we can. In terms of our manhunt for Azedi, we've got a large team of very experienced detectives leading the manhunt.
And if you'd actually not spent half a day being scared of being called racist and released the information, perhaps this wouldn't be needed. But in any case, carry on.
Using all the tactics that you would expect us to use.
You know, like begging on social media and asking people for dash cam and camera doorbell footage of a man running away. That was really useful, wasn't it? But in any case, carry on.
Lots of officers out on the ground, and we're...
Well, except, of course, those ones that were doing the Palestine March. But in any case, carry on.
We're working very closely with colleagues from Transport for London, British Transport Police, and our colleagues in Northumbria Police as well.
And yet they still haven't found him. A man with half his face melted off, and no one's found him. I mean, I have an idea where he might be or what happened, but we'll cover that one in a bit.
Last night, 5 search warrants were executed, 2 in East London and 3 up in Newcastle, and we've recovered some significant and important pieces of evidence which will help with our investigation.
Yeah, that's great. Still not found him though. No.
I'd like to give you a rundown of the timeline that we know so far in relation to what happened and the movements on Wednesday. So, we know that Azedi left Newcastle in the very, very early hours of Wednesday morning and he travelled down south to London. But around about 6:30 AM he was in the Tooting area. There was a further sighting of his vehicle at about 4:30 PM in Croydon, and at about 7 PM he was in the Streatham area. As you know, the awful attack took place at 7:25 in the evening in Clapham, and at 33 minutes past 7 he boards a train at Clapham South Tube. We know that at 8 PM he was at King's Cross Tube Station, and then at about 9:15, you've seen the images, he was captured in Tesco's on the Caledonian Road.
And all that with half his face melted off. They couldn't catch him.
which are the images you've seen with a fairly significant facial injury. Thankfully, due to the great response we've had from the public, we're able to follow him and know that he got on a train at 9 p.m, a Victoria Line tube heading south, and we've got some further images from the CCTV that my colleagues will share with you shortly, and we would very much like all of the public's help in identifying where he's travelling.
Right, I mean, you can see even from that poor image, look at the state of his face, and no one can find him. No one. I mean, I'm not talking about this. I mean, look at his face. The damage here is horrendous. It would also, because it's a chemical burn, I would imagine that's hurting like hell, and it wouldn't smell too nice either. You'd notice a man looking like this, wouldn't you? Any case, I mean, just always remember, if you do see this dude, who doesn't look like that anymore, looks a bit like that, and the hair's changed, if you do see him, don't approach him. He's a dangerous man. But in any case, let's carry on.
If you've seen Azedi, or you know where he is, then I urge you please to contact our hotline, which is 0207 175 2784, or of course you can phone Crime Stoppers. If you think you see Azedi now, do not approach him, ring 999 and we will be there urgently.
And current response times, that'll probably be about, I don't know, 20 minutes, half an hour, if you're lucky. You know.
We need the public's help to trace Azedi. It's really important.
Yeah, because we could have stopped this if we didn't sit on it for half a day before actually giving anyone a notice. Because, of course, remember all these video clips that they're referring to, most of them are afterwards the attack where they wouldn't give anyone a description at all. So that half a day would have made a difference. Words actually fail me.
Finally, I can make a personal appeal to him. Because Abdul, you clearly have got some very significant injuries. We've seen the images. You need some medical help. So do the right thing and hand yourself in.
Yeah, because he's going to do that, isn't he? Genuinely. Okay, carry on.
Thank you very much, everybody, and thank you, the media, for your help in getting us to find Azedi. Thank you.
As you see, that was on GB News. But it was so. That was on the 2nd. As I'm recording this, is the 4th, and he still hasn't been found. Now, a process of thought that a lot of people are having now on Twitter, and that is, and I may be able to give that a credence as well, is the fact he's probably died somewhere, mainly from those injuries, because that chemical burn and that level of injury, if it's not been treated, could finish you off through shock and sepsis, etc. But the other thing is, of course, is maybe he isn't. Maybe he's laying low. But the simple truth of the matter is, as terrible as this incident was, and it is good to hear that the children are going to be physically okay for a while, and although it's sad that her mother is quite severely wounded, this could have all maybe not be happening with the police basically begging. They're doing it again today on social media. They're screaming out for assistance when they should be able to do it themselves. And this could have stopped if you hadn't spent half a day refusing to give people a description. But in reality, if we wind it back, how a 3 times failed asylum seeker who then got granted leave to stay in this country after he'd been found guilty of a sex offence beggars the question, and also means that none of this would have happened in the first place. It's a bit of a sad state of affairs, to be honest, when our Metropolitan Police are too busy trying not to look too racist and don't really want to upset anyone, than just getting the job done. Because if you'd released all those that information within an hour or so, there would be a very good chance that people would then be looking. Eyes would be open. People would see him. He sticks out like a sore thumb. But if you're letting him run around and get away with a lot of it, I mean, the descriptions you gave and all the CCTV, these times were when you still wouldn't let us know who we were looking for. It's no good saying check your dash cam, but won't tell us for what. This is where, sadly, the woke mind virus has gone too far, where we're too worried about appearing racist or feeding the far right. Even though us, as we were called by quite a few people on the left, far right twats, you'll all jump into the conclusion, well, as soon as the police go, something's happened, and we're looking for a suspect, and then refuse to even describe the suspect. It's blatantly obvious in this day and age where the problem is. It's as simple as that. It's a sad state of affairs. It's embarrassing that our police can't catch him. It's embarrassing that no one can see him because, well, we didn't really have a fighting chance. We gave him too much time to get away. So, yeah, it's a sad state of affairs when this happens in this country. And people are too worried now. That's where this has got us. This is where this wokeness has got us. This is where our political correctness has got us. It's got into a situation where we won't be able to tell people to go look for someone because we can't say anything because we're too scared. So if you enjoyed this video, you know what to do. It's all listed down below for you. Whenever you catch up with this video, I hope you have a wonderful morning, afternoon or evening. And with that, and as always, and until the next one, ladies and gentlemen, I am going to love you and leave you. Well, hello. I hope you just enjoyed that video. There's an addition. As of the 7th of February, and the time I'm recording this is 20:34 hours, they still haven't found him. He's still missing. Although they have arrested somebody in conjunction with harbouring him. So, I initially said on the first video that I thought he may be dead. He may still be dead. But now with that bit of information, you have to think that the Afghani and Muslim communities are actually protecting him, shielding him from being found. Because I know we go on about the police a lot, but they're not that inept. He's been hidden, he's been looked after, he's been cared for, and he's been sheltered by those people who apparently want to live here and see this as their country, which of course they don't. So he's hiding, probably in a mosque somewhere. That's my opinion. Remember, that's my opinion. So yeah, so as the 7th of February, 2024, 20:34 hours, he hasn't been found. A man with half his face melted off has disappeared into the ether. So he's got to be being protected. We all know he's being protected. I think the police know he's being protected. Even £20,000 doesn't seem to be budging them. So this is more religion-based, defiance-based. Because, of course, remember that the Muslim community see honour killings and honour revenges as the right thing to do. Which I said right from the beginning that I had a feeling that this may be an honour-based thing. So they're hiding him. That's why the police can't catch him. And I'm afraid to tell you, Metropolitan Police, no matter how much money you offer, they're not going to sell him out because they see you. Even though you kowtow to them, bow down to them, and do everything that they appease, just to see as if they're on your side. They're not. They hate you. They hate the country. They hate everything. So you're never going to get him unless you actually physically find him yourself, because it doesn't matter how much money you offer. They're not going to give him up. Any case, that does bring this video to a close. You know the usual things. I hope you like the new banner that will be on from now on. This is my new YouTube banner, or my new social media banner. I hope you like it. And with that, and as always, and until the next one, whenever you catch up with this one, I hope you have a wonderful morning, afternoon or evening. And I am going to love you and leave you. No, I mean it this time. Unless there's another update before this video goes out. because it's took a while to get this one out, and I do apologise. So I'll catch you in the next one.